Hey, sweetie. Mwah. Hi, everybody. I'm Chef Rick Moonen. This is my wife, Roni. And we cook together just about every night at home, especially now that we're quarantining ourselves together. We have to go to our pantry and get some leftovers, or sometimes we just got to get some things right out of our shelves or whatever's available to us. Not going to the store, keeping our hands clean, keeping this pandemic contained. All right, so this is going to be our first episode of Quarantine Cuisine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of ingredients that we've picked out tonight, right?
We did pick these out tonight, but it's funny, I got home last night. Rick has been cooking all week, and he took me around the house and he showed me everything that was in the refrigerator that he had made, and he showed me the pantry, how he'd organized everything. And I'm always thinking of the next meal, so I was actually kind of thinking about this last night when I went to bed.
She doesn't need, her blood sugar drops, man, you don't want to be around, so we got to have that next meal ready.
I'm worse than the coronavirus, it's true. Went around the pantry and found some things to make a meal that Rick does very well with excellent ingredients, but you can do this at home with the stuff that's in your pantry, and you can substitute, and it's going to be just as delicious because it's going to be a comfort food, and you're going to be having it with your family, or maybe you're going to be doing it on a video chat with your friends.
What this is all about sharing and being creative and enjoying yourselves. Relax, have a good time. So what we have tonight is some leftover Italian sausage, some albacore tuna. We've got some, what else is there? Some tomatoes, some hot peppers. What else is in there? Some chili flakes, some canned peas, some shrimp cocktail, some shrimp that I poached up for some shrimp cocktail. And some sardines.
I usually put these on a dog food.
So, and wait a minute, this is starting to make sense when we found the leftover rice.
Yeah, so we thought immediately, paella. So, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Chef Robert Lamai of the Stratosphere. He loaned us some saffron a few months ago, and this is worth more than gold right now.
Yeah. So putting it all together, it's not going to be real paella, obviously, but it's going to be paella-esque. Well, we do have a paella pan, so we're going to pull that out. But you know what? It doesn't have to be a paella pan. You could use a garbage can lid if you needed to.
Or you could use a cast iron. It'd be great if you had a gas stove, but if you don't have a gas stove, that's fine too. You can use an electric stove, an aluminum pan. This is use what you have. This is make do. This is being prepared, being ready, and being flexible.
And having fun.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself. So that's water boiling right there for us to have a bouillon cube. All right, bouillon. And just dicing up this onion, real easy, you know, just chop it up. You don't have to be fancy about it. So me, I'm garlic. I got tons and tons of garlic.
You can use garlic salt. You can use garlic powder.
You can use granulated garlic.
Get the pan super hot.
It's a thin pan. It's gonna be hot.
Once it's hot, he's gonna put some oil in it. You could put any kind of fat in it. So we sometimes have bacon fat in the refrigerator, or you can put bacon in it, or you can use olive oil, whatever your dietary needs.
Well, a classic paella would be made with chorizo. We don't have chorizo. We've got Italian, hot sausage. I'm still gonna add a little oil just to season the pan. Not a lot, just a little. Right? Then I'm going to first add the sausage, all right? And that's got fat in it too, so that's going to render out and just sizzle. I'm just coating the bottom with sausage and the juices from it and everything. This is, again, leftover sausage. It's been rendered out before. I made a sausage and peppers out of it for pasta. So with the fat in there, I'm going to add my onions and my garlic. Put them in together and let it cook down for a little while. I got on full blast. It's gonna take a few minutes. This is where you put a little bit of pepper in there. The sausage is pretty salty. I tasted it already. I'd probably add a little salt, but if the sausage wasn't, but because it's very seasoned, I'm gonna hold back on it because it doesn't need it at the moment. Put a little oregano in there. Why not, right?
So is oregano normally in a paella?
It can be, sure.
Okay.
I put oregano in my paella. I put oregano, I put thyme, I put parsley. Those are the three.
Okay.
I don't put rosemary, I don't put sage.
Okay. Well, I pulled the parsley out, so we have that.
Parsley's a great thing to do at the very end.
Right.
See the fat there? See it's sticking on the sides a little bit? I love that. Just don't you want that to burn, so just scrape it up as it starts to stick. That's good stuff, man. That's real flavor. So I'm gonna put the oil from the sardines in there, so I don't want more oil. But what I do want, this is the time you want to add, if you have it, your saffron. because this is where it's going to start to bloom.
Now, if you don't have saffron, smoked paprika is going to be really good in there, and it's going to add some color.
Sardines in there, just sardine it up.
So he just put a whole can of sardines.
I love sardines.
And that's going to add a lot of omegas to the meal, so it's actually going to enrich your meal.
Oh.
And there's also a rice you can get that's a very inexpensive. It's in the ethnic food section, and it is a rice that you can get that is a saffron rice, and you can use that too, and it's going to be fine. I mean, this is for you and your family. Yeah, if you can find rice right now, good luck with that.
So here, I'm going to go tuna, because now we got sardines, we got tuna, we drained the tuna. This is albacore tuna.
And it's in water, but it could be tuna in oil. That'd be fine too. It could be the salmon in a can. That'd be fine.
Right.
Or if you had like an extra piece of fish, that would be fine. I mean, hell, if you want to do fish sticks in there, do it. It doesn't matter. This is pandemic pantry.
Okay, so we got the saffrons in there. We got the oils exuding from the sausage, and we got the sardine oil in there. I mean, this is going to be delicious, and it's going to be really, really good for you. So now at this point, I don't really want to mix it up too much. I want that rice to kind of start to stick to the bottom. So, tomatoes. Oh, you chop that tomato. So I'll just use the juice and chop it like this.
Okay.
You don't need a lot of tomato. Put another one in there. I like. Now we got the oregano in there.
So you put about a half of a can of 28 ounces. So about just 1 can of tomatoes would be fine.
I want some hot peppers because we have them.
You want that acid from the tomatoes. You have fresh tomatoes. Like, don't let your ingredients stop you from making something. You can always ad-lib.
So we're adding layers of heat because there's heat in the hot sausage, there's heat in the peppers, and you and I like heat, so
yeah.
We're gonna add a little chili flake as well, but not a lot because we already got heat working.
Now the shrimp is just going in there. It's already been cooked because we had that last night.
Normally, if this was raw rice, let's say you didn't have cooked rice, because normally you don't use cooked rice when you make a paella. You start with raw. It's kind of like making a risotto without all the stirring. So, and then when you add liquid, you want to add the kind of you want to add like almost double the liquid to the amount of rice. That's the normal ratio for rice cooking. You don't want to add that much because this rice is already cooked. So, I'm adding a bouillon cube, crumbling it up in there. So, it dissolves in the rice. It's come to a good boil. The liquid that I added, and that's starting to stick on the bottom, which is making me really happy because I want that crispy stuff that sticks to the bottom. And flatten it out. Make my shrimp look real proud to be in there. So you want to keep them.
What's the temperature of the pan?
No, it's on high.
On high, okay.
Yeah, that's high. Because
Okay.
I want the bottom to be covered in flame.
Okay.
Like I said before, they used to do this out over an open flame, so the entire pan is completely just, under a fire with the flames are flying up. So I'm going to add some black olives, color, and obviously some salty, delicious, rich flavor of the olive. Do you know the funny thing is, people they go crazy when you're picking cilantro. The stems of cilantro taste exactly like cilantro, maybe even more so. So I use a lot of the stems. I don't be picking just the leaves off of things that parsley picking up. You're wasting your time. A little bit of stem towards the top, especially, is tender. Let it go in there. It's hearty, delicious, nutritious. And just a waste of time when you're picking it like a. So I'm just gonna sprinkle my parsley over the top like that.
Pretty, looking good.
And now it's just a matter of creating that crust. Really, we're reheating it.
Okay, so I didn't realize that these peas, it's mushroom and pearl onions and peas, but guess what? That's what we have. So that's what we're using, and it'll be fine.
There it is. I mean. We've got salt in there, we got pepper in there, we got spice in there, we got saffron for depth of flavor, we got the seafood, we got sardines, we got tuna, we got shrimp. So we got everything we could possibly want. We're gonna enjoy this tonight with the rest of our wine, and we're gonna enjoy it tomorrow for lunch as well. So that's our first edition of Quarantine Cuisine at the Moonen household. Thanks for watching.